tab over here, and we are going to jump in to some more Demon Souls today. This is our character, Zarya the Temple Knight. Zarya wields a halberd, and we're in the second area, what was it called, chat? The Lord of the Undergrounds location, and we've been getting absolutely destroyed by this area. Now, I have not played Demon Souls before. I don't play games blind on this channel, it should be noted, but I have not played Demon Souls before. I have researched it, as I'm wont to do, but I'm really unsure on the progression. I don't know if we're supposed to be here. We've defeated a boss called the Phalanx, and then from there, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to stay in the same zone or come to a different zone, and we opted to come to a different zone as a community, so we're here, and I am getting absolutely destroyed by the mobs in this area, which is good, because every time I die, you guys get channel currency, and I will say this, at the very least, the set pieces are gorgeous. So, for our warm-up today, I'm going to go through this fog wall and pray that it's not a boss. And we're going to go from there. Good. Not a boss. At least not yet. Journeyman Vader says, so I looked up more about tendency today. Did you look up progression by any chance, homie? Oh, hi, friend. Let's see if this new halberd does more damage. Yes! I can kill them in one wombo now, which is good. Did you mark her? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Delta. Nelver says, I had to think for a second when I saw Diggy Diggy Hole in the stream title, considering what I was listening to. Yeah. So those dudes, that dude that I just killed and friends like it, we were having a great deal of difficulty killing yesterday. But now I can take them down in one stamina bar, which is nice. If I hit them. We upgraded our weapon at the end of the stream, but I didn't get a chance to test it out before I had to wrap up. Dope-ass weapon? I agree. This is the starting weapon for the Temple Knight. This is the halberd. I really wanted to get something with reach for this playthrough, because I've never played with a reach weapon in a Souls-like game. And I'm gonna be real with you, I really, really, really miss my ranged weapons. I love me a good bow or crossbow. Granted, I know they're not as effective in games like this, but I really wish I had a ranged weapon, but I'm not disliking the reach by any means. Journeyman Vader says, I'm pretty sure progression is just going through each Arkstone to the end. So we should go back to Boletaria then, Vader, is what I'm hearing. Hey, Birchmila, welcome in. Birchmila says, guess who overslept this morning? Remind us, Birchmila, because I had to call you out during that raid. Your open dice night is... when? Next Wednesday? Not this coming Wednesday? Is that right? Also, I don't remember if I said it, so bear with me. Masqueraders, if you are not following Goes on Ghost, and you like Souls games, and you want to see somebody who is really good at video games, definitely go give them a follow. Starlight Silver Ring tossing $5 USD into my hat. And they say, celebratory bits. My tabletop system for the campaign I'm running is going swimmingly. Also, mental health is doing a lot better. First of all, that is awesome, Starlight. Great to hear from you, friend. And I'm glad you're feeling good. Second of all, thank you very much for the tip. It is support like that that allows me to do this every day for you guys. Cheers. Enemies can hit each other. That is so good to know. Delta says I did the spotlight. Okay, cool. Everything is completely out of order right now because of that raid, and I wanted to make sure that the people who deserve it get their daps. Love this AoE weapon. Love it. I just hit everybody, good, bad, and indifferent. It's great. Vader says, world tendency leans toward white every time you kill a boss, and goes towards black every time you lose your body in an Arcstone area, not just dying. Okay. Noted. There's a drop down there. How do I even... Steel shield. I run across that? No, I dropped down from way up there. Okay. Before I cross that bridge and get shot by archers, let's see what's over here. Yes, Birchmealy, you did get it wrong. You said ghost on ghost. It's goes on ghost. As in, off you goes. Delta says, die in the Nexus before you go to an Archstone. Yes. Fuck! Speaking of dying in the Nexus. Okay, but real talk, though, is there a jump? Like, this game seems to have mostly Soulsian controls, but I'm doing the Soulsian jump button combo and it's not working. Anybody know if there's a jump in this game? No jump. Thank you, Alien. By the way, Alien and anybody else who is hanging out with us from Ghost Raid, this community is called the Masquerade. And I want to make sure that everyone is wearing the proper mask. So if I say your name incorrectly, or you have a different name that you prefer to go by, or if you have specific pronouns that you want me to use, please, please do not hesitate to tell me and correct me if I mispronounce something. Because I'm kind of anal about that, and I want to make sure everyone in this community is addressed correctly. And my keepers and I will make a note. Thank you much. No jump. So how do you get across the broken bridges? Do you just have to not suck? Is that the rub? The Outlaw Otaku says, so the pro tip is staying in spirit form. World tendency stays mostly white. Yeah, I can see that. Alien says, just Alien is just the way this worker likes it. Understood, friend. So there's no way across here? Like, I'm just screwed? I don't get those items? Because I got panicked and broke the bridge. There's no jump, so those are just locked to me forever. Get across them on a hope and a prayer. Nice, say. Nice. Zibs143 says, how do Souls-like get good? Valid. Valid. Darky the Dorko says, pretty sure you have to run there. I think you need to reset the area now if you want to get those items. Okay. So if I go to the Nexus and come back, the bridges and stuff reset? Is that what I'm hearing from the Demon Souls knowledgeable people in the chat? Which, by the way, anybody who knows about Demon Souls, I do respectfully ask that you avoid story spoilers. I know there is a non-insubstantial part of the Souls-like community that says, why do you play a Souls game for story? I disagree with that, but I understand that it exists. I do ask that you avoid story spoilers. That being said, if you want to give any tips or hints or make sure I don't miss a secret, especially an NPC to talk to, do speak up, do feel free to speak up. The only caveat to that is, if you have an idea of how to beat a boss, you can't get mad at me if I don't take your idea. I will take it under advisement, but if it's not, you know, the way that I play or the way that I want to play for a given run, I might not take it. I'll tell you that I won't take it, and I'll thank you for it, but you can't get pissed at me if I don't play the game your way. Other than that, feel free to offer anything. If I have a specific question for chat, I will say skipping to the end in front of it. Sometimes I ask questions rhetorically for the people who may be new to whatever game we're playing. But, like, right now, like, we genuinely do not know how we're supposed to progress in this game. And, you know, if I'm in the wrong area for the sequence of the story or whatever, like, please tell me. The only thing we've done is we've beaten the Phalanx. Now versus Twitch Mobile is being a butt, now I rise again. Well, welcome back, Nalvor. Good to see you. Alien says, to be honest, I'm not sure of if the planks reset. I will shut the fuck up. I will shut the fuck up about anything I know, by the way. This is an option to progress. Okay. When you say shut up about things you know, I'm assuming you mean story. By the way, we are completely cool with discussing story so long as we've shown it on the stream. Or it's not going to be shown on the stream. Those are the two times that it's completely fine to talk about story. This is a channel about story. I cannot recommend it enough. Get out of here, fire puppers. I know they're lizards, but they're fire puppers. If anybody is wondering why I am pounding Moongrass, by the way, it's because we are fat rolling to hell. And I forget to block. So I just tank the hits and then eat the Moongrass, which is not the way to play this game, and I'm running out of healing, and I understand that, but here we are. I didn't realize he was still alive. That being said, I do understand that the different levels of healing grass give more health, so I will take more hits depending on what I have equipped. I'm not that dumb. Amp size says unintentional tank build. No, it was perfectly intentional. It was perfectly intentional. I just need to get my stamina up so that I can dodge. I play a lot of Souls games. I just don't play them like Ghost does. I die a lot, and mostly I'm here to talk about the story because I love Soulsian stories. Like, without exaggeration, I will say, despite the difficulty of these games and me being terrible, Souls games, like first-party Souls games and Souls-likes, are, bar none, my favorite way to tell a story. I'm by no means a challenge runner, but I've beaten Bloodborne every boss.
So
I've
kind of you to join me.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice every boss. I've beaten Dark Souls 2 up to the second DLC on stream. I quit Dark Souls 1. I do need to go back and play that again at some point. I've beaten Hollow Knight. I've beaten Salt and Sanctuary. I've beaten... I've not played Dark Souls 3 on stream, and when I do, I'll probably play Cinders, because Cinders is amazing. But my point is, I'm familiar with Souls games. I'm just bad at them. I love them, though. Sibs143 says, looks at Orphan of Cos, looks at Kit, looks at Orphan of Cos, looks at Kit. Okay, so, new friendos or otherwise non-regulars to the channel, let me explain. My community will not let me forget that I beat the Orphan of Cos on my first try. It was a fluke, to be clear. It was not something, hey, I can one-shot them now. It was not something that I will ever be able to do again. But when I fought the Orphan of Cos, I beat him on the first try. And my community will not let me forget it. Hey, Trescare. Welcome on in. Alien says, what's your favorite Soulsborne game at the moment, lore-wise? At the moment... I really like the Nioh series, lore-wise. Nioh 1 and Nioh 2 are just a fun story across the board. Sekiro is great, but it's a little too... It's a little too epic for my taste. I don't really care for stories where you are, like, the great hero and you, like, kill gods and things like that, which is funny because I'm praising Nioh. I prefer the stories where you're just, like, a dude fighting to get through a situation. So, like, I'm kind of tired of being the Dovahkiin. But I do like the story of Neo. I like Sekiro, but I like Neo a little bit more. Bloodborne is phenomenal. The first 2/3, I should specify. I'm kind of a pedant when it comes to storytelling. I'll be completely honest, especially with our new friends. I am kind of terrible when it comes to the stories that I like. I love gothic fantasy. I love the werewolves and the first bit of Bloodborne. I love. And then when it moves into the Cthulhian shit, I stop caring because I don't care for that nearly as much. I am on the record on stream as saying, get your Eldritch bullshit out of my game about hunting werewolves. That being said, I still love Bloodborne. Honestly, probably the weakest, like, Souls game in terms of story-wise for me is probably Dark Souls 1. I just don't care for it. It shows its age, says the fox playing Demon Souls. But it does. It shows its age. This game shows its age, but I'm still enjoying it. That's what I got, and now I'm completely lost. Give me a second. Let me catch up with chat while I'm trying to unlost myself. Trisco says, regarding the Orphan of Calls, damn right we won't let you forget it. Fair. Alien says, beating the Orphan of Calls on the first try should be on your damn grave. It was a fluke! But thank you. Guy Gabzella says, I think Dell has the fight clip somewhere. Yeah, it's on the Discord. And it's archived on YouTube, that's true. Birch Milan says, how's it going, Trace? Trace responds, it goes. If power doesn't come back in about 20 minutes, we might be sent home. Mood. Say It in Blue says, there should be some quality of life changes if this is the remastered version. There is, but it still shows its age a little bit. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, right? I have no idea about the progression curve of this game. You just kind of trial and error it, which I don't forget. How long did it take us to find the Monumental yesterday, chat? Like, seriously. Like, there was a path down before, right? Am I insane? There was a path down before, and now I can't find it. Regardless. Like, this game is a little bit unclear on what we're supposed to do some of the time, which I don't love. As well as, like, you have to farm for healing items, which I don't love, but I understand. I got fucking lost. Also, yes, Mortal Shell is a very, very special game. If you guys like Souls-likes, there's an indie game that came out last year called Mortal Shell. It's quite indie. Here we go, fucking finally. Mortal Shell is real special. I enjoyed it a lot. May I shorten your name to Dorko, friend? Do you mind? That's my first question. And then I will read what you said, which is, it gets clearer, but after the second boss of an area. Okay, fair dues. So there's nothing else over here? Just, oh, turn handle. Perfect. Corn312 says, all I remember from Mortal Shell was the Ballistazooka. That was fun. That was fun, but I enjoyed throwing nails into their faces more. Dorko says, you can shorten my name either way, you can choose. The first part of your name is a racial epithet, so that's why I'm kind of loath to say it. I'm sure you don't mean it that way. I know your name is a pun on Donnie Darko. But I'm real hesitant to say it, so I'd rather call you Dorko if that's okay. What did I do? I was looking at chat. I know I turned the water wheel, but I don't know what it actually did because I was reading chat. What did I do? Oh, I cleared this area. That's what I did. I think. Did I? Say It in Blue said, throwing nails into people's faces reminds me of a manga I read recently. Tokyo Ghoul? Sims143 says, you did the thing. Thank you, friend. Gagkev Zealot says the water was rerouted and the fire was set to ah. Perfect. Oh, fuck! I forgot about that, mans. So there was a place that was full of lava somewhere around here. I'm gonna try to find it again. Maybe it's empty now. Thank you, Dorko. I appreciate that. I was by no means trying to, like, call you out or cancel you or anything like that. Just stating my own intentions. And I appreciate you being cool with it. I hope you enjoy your time with us, friend. Ah, here we go. Opened this path. Perfect. So the room right behind this one has a bunch of fire lizards in it. I'm gonna call them fire lizards until I know what they are. Poison resistance ring. That's gonna be great in the depths area. Dusty Hollows, I think it's called. Something like that. I haven't been in here yet. I know there's items in here. I've been kind of afraid of the fire lizards, but I think we'll be okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna get rocked, but we'll see. Come down from there. Poison resistance is always important in Souls games. I agree completely. They just want pets. They do. The problem is they're on fire. Oh god, they all came down at once. By the power of Reach Weapon, return to the pits that spawned you. Dragonstone Shard. Fire Halberd is back on the table, chat. Hell to the yes. Alien says, spoiler alert, they're called fire lizards. No, that's completely fine. I appreciate you not dropping a real spoiler, but jokes like that are completely fine, Alien. Thank you much. Sims143 says, pet the puppers, you coward! 3rd degree burns are worth the pets. I mean, they are. I need to get Sharp Jam as an emote, Zayden Blue. By the way, any new friends, we have 5 official affiliate tier emotes. Thanks to our sub count. Thank you again to all of the members of the court for keeping our sub count high. But we have about 4 or 5 times that in free emotes. If you have BTTV, Better Twitch TV, which is a free browser extension, or Frankerface Z with the emote pack, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go to that area I just opened. You can see all of our emotes. That being said, the majority of our emotes are currently being reworked. The white fox is what our emotes are going to be. The orange fox is what I've had for several years. And I recently got some art updated, and I asked the community, I said, hey, do we want to keep the little fox bard, which is what he's called, as a red American fox, or do we want to make it the white and black marble fox? Because the kitsune that I am, so to say, is the white and black marble fox. And the community said they wanted the white one, so we're getting them switched over, but it'll be a bit. Nalvor says, I'm still interested in Sharp Cheddar. We can talk, Nalvor. Alien says, awesome artwork on the emotes. Big shout out to my art team. I have a phenomenal art team that does a lot of work for the channel. Our bit hat, Our bit hat in the bottom right is an active bit cup. Wow! These guys, I still don't know how to beat. So I'm going to finish my statement, then I'm going to focus up. The hat in the bottom right corner is a functional bit cup, so any subs, follows, cheers, tips, they all go in the hat because of my my coding guy, Delta008, and my art team, in this specific case, Lily Oo, for helping me out with that. Thank you, guys. Fuck this guy! Kill him! Nope. Ha! 20. You died. Zayden Blue says, gonna lurk for a bit while I eat. Good luck with the fireball shooty, bro. I appreciate it, but it didn't work out. And then Zayden Blue goes on to say, and once again, welcome into all the Raiders. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Hope everyone enjoys their time with us. If you have any questions about the game, about the channel, or me, I'm happy to answer them. Cheers. I'm not going that way. I'm going through the shortcut that I opened. Which is through here, because I'm a dingus. Here we go. Gamzilla says, any chance I can get a reminder on the workings of the name generator channel points thing? Of course. So, we have 2 channel currencies on this channel. We have our channel EXP reward, which I can set. That's how you get regular status. That's the one that we use for, like, giveaways, things like that. Scavo. And then the Twitch points, Fragments of Lore, are for, like, bigger things, so to say. One of them is a name generator, which, if you want to utilize that, you save up your channel points, and then you hit that reward, and what it does is it gives you a prompt to put a character name that you would like me to use for one of our tabletop stories in, as well as, if you wish, you can add an addendum of, like, a brief description of the type of character you have in mind. Now, that being said, anybody with a particular cheeky side, be warned, I have veto privileges, and you could absolutely waste your Fragments of Lore if you decide to be a tit about it. As we are wont to say on this channel, don't be the reason we can't have nice things. Because we will call you out if you become the reason we can't have nice things. And I've noticed people don't like that. I really think I would have an easier time if I went back to Boletaria. But if the experts say this is where we're supposed to be, then this is where we're supposed to be. Hey, the board's respawned. Run! Awesome. Grey Club. Unknown Warrior Soul. Unknown Warrior Soul. Totally worth it. You did, Dorko. I appreciate it. Where am I? Nope. I do have a question, actually, in regards to... I need to go up. I have a question in regards to the upgrade system. If anybody knows the answer to this, I would be deeply appreciative. If I reset this weapon, I use the Clear Stone, I think it's called, to reset this weapon. Does it go all the way back to 0, or does it go down 1? Because if I go down 1 on this weapon, I can put the fire on it, which may not be super great here, but I have a feeling it'll be great elsewhere. But if it resets it all the way to 0, then I'll have to upgrade it a couple of times to put the fire back on it, or put the fire on it the first time, I guess. And I don't think I have enough materials, so I would love to know. Also, if there's a trick to these guys, I would appreciate it. It goes back to 0. Okay. Alright. Thank you, Alien. Oh, I have a bunch of Half Moon Grass. Perfect. But yeah, if I knew a trick to these guys, I would use it. I guess the trick is don't fat roll. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him. Official's leggings. Nice. In most cases, worst cases, how this game works. That's fair. That's very fair. Bushman says, the wiki says when possible, lock onto them and try to keep them behind an obstacle but a couple of meters away from you. When they do the flame attack, let it hit the obstacle and dash in for a strong attack before getting into cover again. Okay, cool. Take a bit of armor off or get lighter armor so you don't fat roll. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm actually working on that and raising my stamina at the same time. But this class, the Temple Knight, started with 100% equipment weight, which has been a fight. Is this a boss? This looks bossy. Here we go. Not a boss. At least not yet. Okay, good. Nalvor says, tank the attack. Got it. Yes. Now, Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, that's a humanity, right? Corn 312 says, I'm just going to call those fireball dudes toads. I've been calling them the Monopoly Man, because they look like the Monopoly Man to me. Also, Mr. Peanut. Can't get your souls. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I completely forgot. Boom. Bring more souls, Slayer of Demons. Eyes equals Ember equals humanity. Thank you, Alien. That's what I thought. So these spider webs lead me to believe that we're about to get a tonal shift in this area. And it also leads me to believe that this boss is probably a big-ass spider. Hello, friend. Real talk. Oh, I didn't do it. The backstab with the halberd is one of the coolest animations I've seen in a Souls game. Now versus where's Sting when you need it? I don't know, man. This short guy ran up to me and stole it. I don't know. He had fuzzy feet. Mumbling something about a birthday present? I don't know. I'll get it back as soon as I can. Hey, Cookie! Extinct Bacon, welcome into you and yours. How are things in the land of Extinct Bacon today? Fox Souls indeed. And the Shay has joined us as well. Hello, the Shay. Welcome in. Chris Blade. I mean, if I was playing like a streamer's favorite weapon build, I would probably switch to that, but I'm not. I'm playing a reach build. That looks like a very large elevator. I'm not going to stand on that quite yet. Extinct Bacon says, Shay and I just got the first dose of the COVID vaccine. Nice. It appears to be immobile. Okay. This is going to suck. Let's try it for science. Gagam Zealous redeeming a name generator. Paranvin. Bleeding Heart Barbarian type any DA show. I can work with that. I have been kicking around a Scholar Barbarian idea. I could use Paranvin for that. That's fine. That's a good name. Thank you very much for it, Gamsey. Ample Size says vaccine pog. Yes, agreed. Am I saying your name correctly, Ample Size? Spiderstone chunk. Oh, goody. By the way, that ping from our channel bot, the Barkeep, right there, quietly refills everyone's glass. That is our hydration timer. So if you want to take part in that for whatever reason, that is a reminder to take a drink of water. Have a couple of ounces every hour. Your body will thank you, and so will we. Cheers. Corn, this is definitely a boss from the look of things. Corn says, okay, can I just ask, why do people in the Lord of the Rings series have such a problem with losing rings to spiders? Because spiders are scary, and they represent a lot of evil things in the Tolkien verse. Marshmallow says, should we stick it somewhere so it doesn't get lost? Yes, please. Backstage would be great. Nelvor says, got 2 weeks left till my second jab. Good luck, Nelvor. Guy Gamzilla says, fun fact, that's my first name's Google translated into Swedish. Cool. Sib says, government-sanctioned licking permit. Let's not. Amplesize says, yes, you are, though you can also shorten it to amp if you'd like. I also use any pronouns. Duly noted. I use they pronouns myself. Armor spider. Oh, good. Ow. You throw fireballs, and they hurt. Okay. You are the rudeness, sir. Or possibly madam. I'm not sure. This thing is gonna just obliterate me. Really quick. Give me the grass. I didn't mean to do that. I probably... Yep, I'm dead. Oh well. Flaming skittering awful. Yes. Alien says, gotta go give a person some attention, so lurking. Thanks so far and loving your stream. Hope to see you again soon, Alien. Have a great rest of your day. Nobody is ever required to be here, but hopefully we will see you soon, friend. And thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah, Gamzilla says, that thing is awful. Yes, it is. Extinct Bacon says, chase scene ensues. Yes. The Outlaw Talker says, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Spoder in Lord of the Rings used to be a person? Depends on which Spoder you're referring to. If you're referring to Shelob, no. Stand Up Moko, hey, Moshi, good to see you, it's been a minute. It says, wowzer, active chat, hello all new friends, agreed. Now it says, the fuck is this now? Death is the answer. That's a potion of XP, get your gambles in now, guys. All XP payouts are doubled for the next 5 minutes. Cheers, friendos. If you're new around here, all you gotta do is do exclamation point EXP to see how much channel currency you have, and then exclamation point venture, space, the amount you want to wager, and you can get in on this venture. If we win and a potion venture is active, you get your bet back. So keep that in mind. With all due respect, chat, I'm gonna go back to Boletaria because I don't think I'm ready for that boss. I don't think I'm ready for that boss quite yet. I am, however, going to burn some souls real quick and see if I can't upgrade my stamina a bit more. Is that really all I got? I thought I got more than that. Nope, that's all I got. Okay. The fat rolling absolutely doesn't help. Delta, I agree.
Thou seekest the, then touch the deep.
Thank you. I can't yet. I need 2,600. How's the Soul Master retreating you, Fox? Says Extinct Bacon. Like, it's beautiful, and it's a Souls game, so I'm not against either of those things. I'm gonna start at the beginning and grind a little bit as we make our way back through where the Phalanx was. This game, even though it's a remaster, I can definitely see its age. Cookie, it's not bad by any means, but it definitely has some issues. Oh, I can one-shot these guys now, which is great. What percentage do I need to get my weight down to stop fat rolling, by the way, chat? 40? I don't know, so worth asking. We can also farm some healing, which will be great. Nope. Nope. I am that asshole who overfarms in the name of progression. Nope. 25% and under for fast roll. That's fine. What's the non-fat roll? Goodbye. 26 to 49 for medium. So we're close. We're at 58. This is where we fought the Phalanx. We haven't been past that yet. I'm gonna get some more, grass before we go on. I feel like that's a good plan. And we needed 2,800 souls to level up again, I think. Also, just curious, what is the point of this? Just a pretty view? Like, is there any point to this? I saw it earlier. I'm not sure. I also kind of want to see about... Hit it? Okay. Wait. Okay. Thank you, Dorko. 25 XP to Dorko, please. We give out channel currency for being helpful. Cheers, friend. Okay. What did that do? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Jade hair ornament. What is this? A plain jade hair ornament. It's just an item. Okay. What have we unleashed? Good question. I'm gonna deal with this guy real quick. With the potion summon you just made bank. Oh, did the venture pop? Let me congratulate the winners. Also, real quick. Anybody familiar with Demon Souls? Is this death? I haven't jumped down here. The swirly wisps lead me to think that it's a secret, but the path down makes me think that it's death. I'm not gonna go down there until I get a definitive. Whoa, what? Birchmila, I don't think you should have given me that XP. I wasn't in the venture. Do it, why not? I mean, I'm already dead, or, phantomed, so you're right, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but... Alright, chat, get your for science emotes ready. For science! Bum 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 bum. And now we know. Valid. It was, in fact, pain. Myth confirmed is death? Yes. Luckily, it's just right here. Out here, nerd. And hey, this is a chance to get more healing grass, so I'll take it. Healing grass and pine resin. Speaking of which, I need to figure out how many shards we have, because I want to get that that dragon halberd. A learning experience for all. Yes. As we say around here, corn, food is the best thing, so enjoy your omelet, friend. Back you. Take the close quarter shooter feat, dude. You'll do better. Where the fuck are my souls? Yo, real talk. Where the fuck are my souls? Found them. That jump attack was good. What did it get you? Not very much. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm gonna keep right on moving. Anybody who knows Demon Souls, I do have another question, if you don't mind, which is this. What is quality? Like, I can get quality on my halberd, but I don't know what it does. It seems to do less damage from the stat overlay. Anybody know? I'm sure somebody does. Frag out! Jerk. The hole is a soul collection bin? Probably corn. Gravity's lethal at great heights. Fall damage is actually really forgiving in this game. At least from what I've seen, Outlaw. I've fallen several times further than I think I should be able to. Damn it! And not taking any damage. Or taking minimal damage. Jerk. You're also a jerk. Dorco says it's basically a mixture of dex and strength on weapons. Okay. In other Souls games that I've played, I can see the affinity of a certain weapon for whatever stats. I haven't been able to find that here, but maybe I'm not looking in the right place. Like, where is, like, what a weapon scales with? Out of curiosity. Hey, Moshi, if you've got BTTV or Frankerface Z, we have our own cozy emote, if you're interested. That good morning emote is adorable, and I love it. But we have our own if you want it. It's Sharp Cozy. Up to you. I think Bacon says quality balances strength and dex on weapons and shields and also allows it to go down different upgrade paths. Okay. How do I know what I want for a given weapon? Because I'm assuming certain weapons... Ooh, winged spear. Certain weapons do better in certain circumstances than others, no? Dorco says, I forgot the word, but it's the build you use strength and dex so the weapon gets equal balancing in the stats. Right, I understood that. What I'm asking is, how do I know what stats a weapon scales with? Like, how do I know what's the best stat to, like, level for my halberd, for example? I'm sure there's a way. Hello, boys. Nope. Denied. I do anything out here? Nope. This is where I just was. Alright, cool. Birchman says, I'm pretty sure the way wrapped up already. That was our March and April open dice night. There was a little letter on the weapon. There is? There's a little letter on the weapon. Oh! The little icon on the far left? Like, this is an axe, this does piercing, this does bludgeoning. Is that what I'm looking at? No, type A is our character, Birchmela. That's not... The thing on the right is for Zarya, not for the halberd. I don't see... I don't see Dex and Strength letters anywhere. Hey, J Master, welcome in. Is it... Is it over here, maybe? It's a long time I played this game, but you need to open description of the item, if I'm not wrong. Open description of the item. Okay. Aha! There was a little square button in the middle there. So it does normal axe damage. It scales with Strength D and Dex E, and it requires 14 Strength and 12 Dex to use effectively. Thank you, Dorko. And there's lore as well, so we'll look at that in a minute. Okay, awesome. The worst is either best is that I know. I'm familiar with Souls. I just couldn't find that screen. Now this guy, last time I was here, he was a dick. There we go. Not a dick that time. Ha-ha! AoE halberd attacks for the win. Birchmela says, it seems like we have a DPS, but it's not Delta this time. Yeah. We have a Dorko positioning system now. Thank you, friend. JMaster14 says, I did a lot of looking into how scaling actually mathematically works for, in From games, thanks to the Cinders mod. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I couldn't find that screen. No, I have the information I need, Jay, but thank you. Now the question is, can we access that screen from the blacksmith interface? If so, then we don't have to worry about not leveling our weapons correctly. I'm sure you know, Jay, but I'm gonna help you out anyway. On Twitch, it seems good, not thumbs up. Capital S, capital G. Put your shield down. I'm not done with you. Dorko says, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this, but there is a kind of hidden area on the spawn. You absolutely can. Stuff like that, 100% you can throw out. As I said, you can offer whatever tips you want. Just don't be upset if I don't take them. The only thing that I do ask is that you avoid story spoilers, which is less relevant in a Souls game. I would much rather know about a secret area, especially if there's something for our build or an NPC to talk to in that area, than miss it because you want to avoid spoilers. I'm absolutely okay with that. But I appreciate you asking, friend. Do, 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 do. And now Fire's Far is in my head and will be for the rest of this playthrough. Oh well. There are worse things to have stuck in your head. Like the duck song. No! I have more power than you. If anybody is wondering what the fuck I'm doing beating the shit out of these basic enemies, it's because I need healing items. We're stocking our healing items. No. Godgamzilla says, or a sword in all caps. What, friend? Dorko says, if you want to find the hidden area, just stick by the left wall on the spawn of Boletaria. Just know that it's pretty hard. Oh, are you talking about the dude with the red eyes? I know about him. And I do know about what's behind him. I don't play games blind. I do know about that. Thank you, Dorko. We tried him, and he one-shot us, and I haven't been back since. Not exactly. Interesting. In that case, give me a second. You know the area you fell? It's basically that. There is actually an area there? What? Okay, hang on. You're gonna have to talk me through this, Dorko, but let me get there first. Gagabzilla says, you said there are worse things to have stuck in your head, and I threw in, like, a sword. You're right. But remember, friend, stream delay. You gotta qualify stuff like that so that I understand. Because I'm kind of stupid. Birchmila says, back in a few minutes getting some tea. Enjoy your tea, Birchmila. Thank you for helping out today. Just go back to the spawn and I'll guide you. I'll be heading there shortly. Thank you guys for your patience during the farm run, by the way. Anybody who saw our Bloodborne playthrough know that the majority of games like this are farming for me. So that I can get strong enough to overcome my own difficulties. And because healing items are not infinite. Which is bothersome, but understandable. Actually, real quick, because I'm going to get to this before I get back to spawn. How do I deal with the wyverns? Or is that a later thing? There's a red wyvern guarding some treasure over there where that blue guy is. And I killed the boss before I found a way to deal with him. If anybody knows, excuse me, how to deal with him, if there's a way to deal with him, I'd love to know that too. You could kill him, but it takes a lot of time. I assume, and range weapons, Dorko. Get out of here. The Outlaw Taco says also gives us a chance to talk about lore. Absolutely. I'll be going over the lore of the weapons now that I've found the screen to do that in just a second. It would actually be faster if I turned around and ran the other way. Let me do that. Use a short bow, taking them one in melee is suicide. I don't have a bow yet. But duly noted. I will definitely do that when we have a bow, but I don't have one yet. How is ranged in this game? I know in base game Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, a ranged build is not really viable. It kind of is, but not like a pure range build. You can do it in Cinders, and I've been having a lot of fun playing it in Cinders, but is this death? I think it is. But I have no idea about making a range build in this game. Is it viable? Border traps are fun, Corn. I want to go this way. Love the lighting in this game. Dorker says range is very situational, but not very viable if you only use it. Okay, so I want to have a ranged weapon and some arrows on me for utility, but I do not want to make a ranged character. Got it. Thank you, friend. Okay. We are back to the start. Also, is there anything down there? Can I get down there? Do I want to get down there? But we are back to the start, so I await your instructions. That's the area. Oh, okay, great. Perfect. What do I need to do? Oh, I think I see. Is it that scaffolding there? Hey, Triscare, welcome back. Hope work's going well for you, friend. See that campfire on the left? This one here? There's a ladder. There is? When you say campfire, you don't mean this, right? You do mean this. Right. I'm looking. Hang on. The door. Okay. Try to open it. I have. Nothing happens. Yep. Okay. Welcome back, Del. Huh. Maybe it's a thing later in the game? Do you revisit areas in this game? Is that a thing? And that was the very first thing I did in this game. The The very first thing I did was go down those stairs to that door, friendo. There is the world tendency system, yeah, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Regardless, we're gonna move on. I will gladly go back and do that when the situation calls for it. Because I want to go down there, I'm curious about it, but I don't think we have the means right now. Better not even go there yet? Totally fine. Areas of the map actively open and close based on world tendency? Really? Cool. I'm just looking around for items that I might have missed. Okay, new area hype. Thank you, Dorko. Appreciate it. The Lord's Path. Okay. Oh, shit! I didn't even see the freaking phalanx right there. Oh, these enemies are much easier than the burrowers area. I think this is where we're supposed to be, chat. This is much better. Also, I understand the stone on the belt changes color based on the difficulty of the area, question mark? But I don't know how to read it. It's been, like, orange the whole time. So I assume we're mostly okay. Get out of here. You need either pure white or pure black tendency to open that door. Sorry for that. No, not at all, Dorko. Everybody makes mistakes, friend. And you were trying to help. You never need to apologize for that around here. I appreciate you looking out. And as I want to say very often, it doesn't cost anything to go and check.
Look at me. Again, fenced in by enemies. Could you assist me one last time?
Sure, dude.
Clear out the soldiers blocking this passage, if it please you. The Lord's Path, just over there, is now a feeding ground for dragons. Have your wits about you.
No problem, friend. I didn't even see him. I was picking up the item. What's for snack, Birchmilla? Food is the best thing. By the way, I cannot wait to update our "Food is the best thing" t-shirt with the new mascot. I am excited for that. Ostrava, bro. Yes, his name was he was Ostrava. You're right, Outlaw. Well done. Couldn't remember his name. Clear out this passage, huh? Oh, I can't vault the wall? Lame. Half moon grass, great. Alright, in we go. Need to find a way into that gatehouse. What? There's the boy, but it just ends. How do I... Excuse? Oh, fuck. Found the Dargan. Over. Ow. Run, girl. It is definitely not a friend, Trisker. So I might just have to run this and then get the items after I deal with that dragon later. If the dragon disappears at full white tendency? Pretty sure no. Pretty sure it doesn't. But good looking out. Okay, do I want to go this way? I can't tell if I want to go this way. Nope! Not going that way. Don't think it does down? Okay. This Dargan is rude. There's a way down. Yeah, I saw the down. I'm just checking this first. Good looking out there, Dorko. Appreciate it. No. Hide. Please don't zap me. Jerk. Soldier's Lotus, which cures poison, I think? And a wooden catalyst. Hey, a sorcerer's staff. Cool. Dragon attacks must be terrifying. They absolutely are. I mean, case in point, you're witnessing one right now. Here we go. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. No. Hello, passage. Magical Sune time? What's up? No. Also, these aren't dragons, they're wyverns. So, you know, wyverns are this bad. Imagine how dragons are. No. 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 No! There's still another guy. Sips143 says, Secret Tunnel! Yes. Oh, there's two more guys. Get out of here. Gash resistance ring. Ooh. Oh, yes, I did find a catalyst. That's true, Cookie. Blue Eye Knight Cuirass. Wait a minute. Oof. Same amount of protection as what I'm using, but way more weight. Gonna have to pass. Hey, friend.
Thank you. That's twice now. Time to forge ahead. This is a token of my gratitude. Please accept it.
Dark Moongrass. What is this? Fully restores HP and status ailments. We're gonna be saving those.
This is bad. Not a single person left. Why on earth?
I have a better
How
question.
did this happen, noble father?
I have a question. Why is your sword made of gold? Gold is a terrible weapon, a terrible thing to make a sword out of. Corn Justice, I want his shield. It's gold! It's worthless! It's probably magic, kid. Listen. You right. Also makes for terrible armor? True. However, if you get it on tools in Minecraft and make them unbreakable, they're fantastic. But only if you make them unbreakable. Rude. That's death. That is, in fact, death. Okay, cool. Gorgeous, though. Hang on. If anybody wants a new screen cap, let me know, and I will hide the hat for you. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and the dragon flying through? So good. Let's roll. My favorite is still the temple in Sekiro. The source temple. Get off me, puppers! Why must death be so pretty? Mate, you're telling me. Rude! Stop it! Jerk. Ooh! Secret area? Hello? Hello? Is... Oh shit. Hi, boys. Heavy arrows. Compound short bow. Awesome. Got a ranged weapon. Totally worth it. What's in here? A fog wall. Interessante. Hello, boys! Goodbye, boys. Go away, Mert? That wasn't Mert, Trace. Mert is from below. Hey! Speaking of from below, what's up, Merchant Bro?
We meet again. Fancy that.
Love the facial animations in
Hope
this
you
game.
find something that suits you.
What you got?
It is the end of Great Boletaria as we know it. But hell, at least the demons don't send us to our deaths in battle.
What you got? He sells grass. He sells fire bombs. Sells a crossbow. I'm tempted to get that crossbow. Mert is from Waterdeep, Cookie. You right. Wooden bolt versus bolt. 50 damage versus 40 damage. 10 versus 20. Okay. Crossbow with a compound shortbow. I don't have that many arrows, and I'm going to go deal with that dragon. Unable to purchase. Purchasing will exceed item carry capacity. Shit. Okay.
Hard times. I'm sure you'll turn.
Give us a moment. I guess we're doing a lore dump, chat. A small ceremonial straight sword, etched with numerous ancient runes, the sword serves as a catalyst in occult rituals, amplifies the damage dealt and received by magic. Mailbreaker. Though this exceedingly small rapier lacks a cutting edge, it can pierce the toughest armor. Rapiers boast great damage despite their narrow attack range, performing well against metal armor and hard scales in particular. However, they are easily parried and do little to break an enemy's guard. Pickaxe. A pickaxe used by miners at work. Not intended for combat, but the hard protrusion allows it to function as a thrusting weapon, the signature tool of the Stone Fang mine. Quick question, if anybody knows. Do I need to keep this pickaxe in my inventory for any reason? Is there a puzzle or a blockage or a secret that requires a pickaxe to pass? That's why it's in my inventory, so I'm not sure if it's something that we need or not. Great Club. A large wooden club that is fortified with iron spikes. Among the larger weapons, which knock enemies back, this one is made of wood, making it relatively lightweight and easy to handle. Iron Knuckles. Fist weapons. These have the shortest range of all weapon types, but strike quickly. The churlish blacksmiths of Stonefang are fond of these weapons, and can often be found trading blows with one another after a drink too many. Winged Spear. A long spear with winged lugs near the tip. Spears function as rapiers with a longer reach. They have a narrow attack range but deal heavy damage. Spears perform well against metal armor and hard scales in particular. However, they are easily parried and do little to break an enemy's guard, though they will also allow one to attack with a shield raise, No, we do not need a pickaxe, thank you. Halberd. A standard pole weapon, a highly versatile weapon that performs similarly to an axe. Pole weapons can sweep multiple targets in one swing, but are difficult to handle and require both strength and dexterity to wield properly. Compound shortbow. A small composite bow, fortified with materials other than wood, requiring additional strength to wield properly. To use a bow, arrows must be equipped. When an arrow is ready, the user must aim carefully with the left button. Wooden catalyst. A wooden catalyst is the most rudimentary tool for casting magic. Casting magic requires the following. We know all that, because of the talisman. Steel shield. A large metal shield, simple in construction and aptly robust. That's a cool-looking shield. Hey, could someone on the art team screenshot this shield when it's facing forward and post it in the art room so that we can use this as a reference later? I'll stay here for a second so you guys can grab it. Because that's a really pretty shield. I can see that being useful for something. Corn312 says, I want to shield bash someone with that into a wall. Mood. Let me know when you have it, Birchmila. Thank you, Sibs. Dorko says, I really like the look of this shield on the remaster, but even so, I prefer the original one. More power to you, friend. Absolutely more power to you. Let me send some of these away. Send to storage, send to storage, send to storage, send to storage, send to storage. Send to storage. Keep that. Send to storage, send to storage. Heavy arrow. Large, thick-headed arrow with more power than a standard arrow. To use arrows, a bow must be equipped. Plate helm. Iron helm commonly worn by foot soldiers. The toughness of this helm owes to its simplicity. Its weight slightly slows stamina regeneration. That's fine. A robe made of layers of ragged fabric, covered in tears, open seams, and writhing grubs. No person in their right mind would don these garments of their own accord. It's light, but not worth it for me. The cuirass of the Boletarian Knights is emblazoned with the image of the sun as proof of their commission to the king. Using Stonefang's hardened armor, it is heavier and stronger than a regular cuirass. Its weight slows stamina regeneration. We read that already. My bad. Nobody would wear these of their own accord. Officials' leggings. Fat ministers who appeared just before the demons ran rampant in Boletaria and ingratiated themselves with King Alant oppressed the masses with sly grins. This uniform is said to have been resented by the masses as a hateful reminder of them. Store that away. Whoops. Do these have weight? A little bit, actually. Increase resistance to bleeding and poison. I kind of want to keep these on us just in case. We'll keep the heal on us. We could send this stuff to Thomas. I'm going to keep this, I think. And now we want to get the crossbow and the bolts from this bro. We'll get 100. Just to have them if we need them. Actually, 120.
Thanks for
And then we're going to backtrack all the way back and go kill that red wyvern. I have plans, chat. Corn says, I gotta engage lurk mode, finishing up on the gazebo. Best of luck, friend, and remember to watch out for its sneak attack. Did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. 99% sure I went the wrong way. I, in fact, went the wrong way. If you want to kill the wyvern, I suggest shooting on top of one of those towers. I was going to go back to the cliff where it's perched. Is that not the best area to do it? Because it lands there, and it's an obvious target. Oh, fuck! That was the boy.
This is bad. How did this happen?
Oh, yeah, we can target him here. Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right. Wait, what? Why didn't you shoot? Ah, I was pressing the wrong button, that's why. Nah, this ain't gonna work. Unless I'm doing something wrong. The fuck? Nope. I'm just wasting bolts at this point. Get closer to the edge and shoot while it's coming your way. Okay. Also try to aim it. I did. I pressed every button. I thought it said L1 aimed, but it doesn't seem to. Nope. Didn't hit him. Is it R1 to aim? No. Got him that time. Alright, get comfy, chat. I'm gonna kill a dragon. Okay. You sure this is easier than the cliff? Man, I'm shooting too late. All right. I mean, the sun sets in like 4 hours, but should be fine. Probably. Maybe. With that, I would forget him right now and level up the crossbow. That's actually not a terrible plan. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh yeah, it's a good time to go on a break. Let me get away from the screaming dragon first so that I don't completely ruin the music. Alright guys, now is a great time for us to go on break. This is a great time for you to get up, grab a drink, have a snack, have a stretch, all that good stuff. I'm going to turn some music on for you guys. The keepers will keep an eye on chat for me, and I will see you in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Yes, I put a marker in, so you guys get 50 XP as well. See you in a minute. We're getting back into some Demon Souls. Thank you for your patience, chat. Let's roll. Where are we going? This way. That was a fog wall up here, if I remember rightly. So I'm pretty definitively going to say, Birchmila, that whoever told you to do the first boss of every area first was mistaken. I'm not going to call them a liar, but they definitely had wrong information, because this second area of Boletaria is much easier than the first area of Stone Melt, or whatever it's called. Ouch. I can make it, I can make it, I can make it. Oh god, that's a knight. I didn't see the knight or I would have focused him down. 20. I can make that though. I know I can. Cool. Now, just so that we're clear, chat, only losing your body changes the world tendency. Is that right? As long as I die while as a ghost, I'm fine. Right? I think that's what was said. That is not right. Okay, fuck. Are you sure, J Meister? Because that's what Vader said earlier, and he looked it up. Dying as your ghost doesn't change it. That's what I said! That's what I said, friend! There are other things that change it besides just dying. Well, yeah. What I'm saying is that death didn't make it darker. Okay, cool. Thanks, chat. Heck you. And the horse you rode in on. Yeah, it's 3 hits for these fools, as opposed to 5 hits for the dudes in Stone Melt. Or, again, whatever it's called. And they don't hit as hard. Rude. We'll let him pass once. Come on, you nerd. Go, 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 go. I could probably get one of those items, but I'm not going to risk it. Stone Fang. Thank you, Birchmila. Stone Fang. I'm actually going to send him down here so I get these souls. No, get this one, you fool. Do this one. There he comes. It's a free, like, 90 souls, whatever. Totally worth it. Do, ba-dum bum. What is this form called, chat? This astral form of which one probably spends most of the game in. What is this called? Like, is ghost form accurate, or does it have a proper name? Hey, bro. Did you deal with all these nerds? Seems to have. Just doing our diligence. Alright, let's roll. A wandering wisp. Valid, Delta. Valid. Soul form, ghost form, and spirit form all being used. Okay, cool. Ho ho ho! Got the cool animation. I love that animation. So good. Puppers! Anger puppers! Get out of here. Ooh, took some big hits there. At the moment, landing fires is the last thing you need to do. Fair. I'm gonna deal with this guy. Heck you. Got him. Okay. Now for this. Oh, wait. Now for this. Okay. Come on. Do your shit. Thank you, friend. Now I'm gonna follow him. Come on. Come on, you big nerd. I'll get that in a minute. Cool. I'm gonna let him pass over, and then I'm gonna go get my souls. Here he comes. No? We'll worry about the rest of that later. Hello, little boy Blue. How are you? No! You're not allowed. Okay. Cool. It appears to be locked, it says. Wonder if you could take on Red Eyes now? Probably, but I don't wanna risk it yet. Oh, rude. I missed the Titanite Lizard. This looks like a thing. Hiya! No? Okay. Hiya! No? Hiya! No? Okay. Hello, friends. Bop. 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 Renowned Warrior Soul. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Nice. So you can farm those. Cool. Unknown Hero Soul. Noble's Lotus. So the Soldier's Lotus stops bleeding, and the Noble's Lotus counteracts poison. Good to know. Okay. Violent booping indeed, Outlaw. So then... the way forward must be through that wall. Which leads me to believe it is a boss. We've got 3,000 souls. I'm not convinced I can run back without getting zapped. We've proven we can make that run. So that's something. I feel like there's something in this room, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go back up and see if those connect to anything. There's a ladder up there, but I don't know how to get higher up. Is there something with this? Or is this just a parapet? I think this is just a parapet. That ladder is busted. That ladder is also busted. Okay, so we can't... there's nothing there. Alright. I have no idea what to expect from this boss. But we'll try it. I assume this is a boss. Yep. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. Can I get up there? Can I get up there and deal with those archers? Can you bust this gate for me, homie? Can you break this? Ow. The answer is no. Move. And dead. Cool. Alright. That's a big lad and a bunch of dudes. Yeah. I feel like I'm supposed to go up and kill the ads. But I didn't see a way up. Granted, I didn't get a good look around. What are we thinking, chat? Don't necessarily need to tell me if you know the answer, but if you don't know the answer and you want to conjecture with me, that would be fun. What are you guys thinking? There were stairs at the far end of the arena? Yeah, I saw that too. Hang on. Get off me. There were indeed stairs, so I think you'd have to run past the fat man. I think the fat man is who I need to kill. I think my foe is the large lad. I didn't swing at it, but I would be very surprised if I could damage the Chungus. This fight looks to me to be like the Imperfect Kin, I think it's what it's called, from Bloodborne, where you have to run around the walkways and kill the bell ringers. This looks to be set up similarly to that. That's why I was trying to get to those iron gates. But I don't know if the aforementioned Chungus has to break those and we have to survive, or if there's another way up. I'm leaning toward there being another way up, but I'm not sure. Come on, Dargan. The one reborn. Thank you, Outlaw. We upgraded our stamina. If we didn't upgrade our stamina, we wouldn't be able to do that. You don't need to go up here and kill these guys, Kit. I know, but it's extra souls. And more to the point, more healing. And it only cost us a little bit of time. As with most Souls games, I feel like there's going to come a point where we're going to turn a corner and steamroll for a bit until we get to another wall. I don't think we're there yet, but I think once we get our equipment load down and possibly when we put fire on our halberd, we'll be able to do something. I don't know if I want to keep the halberd. I like it. I definitely want to use pole arms, but I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. There's probably a better one. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is. But there's probably a better one. Somebody was getting obliterated outside, too. I don't know who. Pupper dogs? Pupper dogs. Get off me! I knew there was one more. Then there's an archer bro past the door who's a shit kid. Heck you. And we go up. Ow. I'm really not certain what to do with this balls. Come on, nerd. There we go. I'm sure there's a trick to this fight. Just need to figure out what it is. That's why I'm kind of quiet and pensive, by the way, is I'm thinking about the fight and what I'm probably going to have to do. Ooh, got some heartstone. Nice. I'm also absolutely confused by this area. I feel like there's something here, but I don't know where it would be. Or maybe this is just those dudes that were shooting down. I don't know. I do not know. I'm willing to bet that those souls that we had when we first went in, they're gone. Yeah, they're inside the room with them. I'm not gonna get those. We're probably gonna die repeatedly in this area. I wish I had a better understanding of what it is that I need to do for this fight. I guess the trick is run in and see what we can find. He seems to be a slow boy. Here's an archer. Get out of here. Aha! Okay. I saw that ranged attack, but this is good. We can deal with this. Get out of here. No. Nope. I have a shit ton of bolts. I wonder if I can't wear his ass down. But first things first. Let's clear these chumps out. Boy has magic bullshit. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Okay. Little close. Where is the large lad? I don't see the large lad. Okay. Ouch. That does considerably less damage than his melee attack. This is an iconic Demon Souls boss. Yeah, I can see that. I'm going for it, chat. I'm going for it. Something, something, fools rush in. Something, something. Nope. Okay, that's not gonna be effective. Okay. Ah! Should be safe up here. Yep. Good. Okay. So do I need to go down there and fight his ass now? Is that how this works? Grab your souls? I mean, I'll try. My souls are over there in the corner. So I should go down on this side. This might be just a Leroy Jenkins moment. I think it might be. I think Gamzee's got it right. Or not Gamzee, Shay. Sorry. Oh, Vey. Okay. Go. Go, 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 go. Souls retreat. He is, in fact, a slow boy, so that's something. Give me this. Run. I'm not sure what the play here is. I'm really not. Stick and move, maybe? Like, get him to launch it. Run. Nope. Achilles said hello? Yeah. Let's do this. Target the boy. Go. Nope. I can't get through his shield, so I have to get around him. Is that attack conical or circular? That shield bash. Guess there's only one way to find out, right? Oh! Ouch! Hit him! Arg! Is he dead? Prey slaughtered? I'll be honest with you guys. I was flailing. I didn't really have a strategy there. But I'll take it. 100 XP, prey slaughtered. J-Master says, when he fell backwards, your head hits were massacring him. Yeah. Yeah, looks like. Whew. That was scarier than it actually was. Like, I was freaked out by the set piece and the big scary monster, but the actual fight was easier than I expected. Which makes sense, because this is my first time through. Whereas the ankle hits were chip damage. Yeah. You did say Achilles. You did. And I appreciate it, though. We do it. I'm honestly surprised my weapons were effective against him. I expected the weapons to not be, like, worth anything. I expected I had to kill the big guy. Talk about an Achilles heel, am I right, says Outlaw? I'll give it to you. I can't get through that door? It's huge equals not actually that bad? Yeah, I can see that. It's human size equals run. Valid. I can't get through the door. What am I missing, chat? What am I missing? Do I need to light the bonfire? Ah, Iron Demon Soul. Cool. Now I can go through? A thick, colorless fog holds you back. Only those who have slain an archdemon may pass beyond this point. Gotcha. And now we understand. By the way, real quick, since we have some Demon Souls veterans in chat, the Lead Demon Soul and the Iron Demon Soul, I'm assuming these are for transposition? If so, do I care? I'm running a polearm build. Now I think we need to go back and have a conversation with maybe the Monumental. We definitely changed the world state. Whoa.
Well, you found yourself a demon soul, did you? I'm impressed. Yes, indeed I am. Stay the path, and you will soon be a monster yourself. Can't you see? You've fallen for their trap.
Lead demon soul was for spears. What was the other one? Iron.
You. Have you seen my corporeal flesh? Has my body gone rotten?
What?
I'm sorry. Please leave me alone.
Certainly. Talk to Thomas.
That ornament. That belongs to my daughter. Then she didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask a favor?
Of course.
Would you mind giving me that hair ornament? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter.
Yeah. Thomas has been nothing but a bro to us. I'm gonna give him the hair clip. Like, I'm not even gonna have a discussion about it. Thomas has just been a bro.
You're a saint. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mustn't forget. It's not much, but please accept this as thanks. I found it discarded on the main road. It might look ordinary, but it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands.
Ring of Herculean Strength. Raises item carry capacity. Yo! Yo! Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe. I was worried sick.
Organized storage. So, quick question. These in my storage box. If I keep these in the storage box, can I still go to the blacksmith? Or do I have to pull all of these out before I go to the blacksmith? Anybody know? Oh, I can't look at their lore. Oh, yes, I can. Awesome. So we already looked at these. Great. Little more than a patchwork of wood scraps. This attempt at an imitation can hardly be called a shield. Was the only one of those we haven't read. There's all that. We got two... Oh! No, we got red-eyed night cuirass and blue-eyed night cuirass. Cool. Read all those. There's the thief ring. I'm gonna put the gash resistance and poison resistance ring away for now. I'll put the cling ring away too. We'll store those. Consume a large amount of MP. I haven't really been using my miracle, and I should. We'll store the firebomb. We'll store the elixir. We'll store the big heals for now. We'll store the lotus for now. We'll store the... So I think I'll keep the rest of it. We can store this for now.
If only something could be done to help her.
Oh. The maiden?
We are indebted to you, for you fight on our behalf.
Damn right. Nelson says, you know, I've always wondered why you can only wear 1 or 2 rings. You've got 10 fingers, for fuck's sake. In Cinders, you can wear 4, which is really nice. So the Lead Demon Soul gives a spear, and the Iron Demon Soul gives the warding spell. I'm really liking polearms. Now, for the sake of it, polearms and spears are delineated in this game, right? There's a difference between polearms and spears. I'm really liking polearms. I think I'm going to keep a polearm build going, which means I don't need either of these. Which means we can turn them into souls, right? I think that's right. Either way, I don't need the warding spell. We can get that. I'm inclined to give up the Lead Demon Soul. Soul of the Phalanx Demon, a source of great power. Consume the game in a large number of souls. Certain demon souls transmute into magic, miracles, or weapons. Gamzella says, I've never played Demon, but I believe that's been a common factor in all the games. Okay, cool. Boop. So, real quick, for science, let's go to Stonefang. I'm not going to risk any souls, don't worry. Unless I fall off the ladder, which I might, but then I can just go and retrieve them. Not a big deal. And we're going to go... We're going to go see Smithbro and see if we need to have the smithing items in our inventory. Oh, fuck. Or if he will draw from Thomas. I'm hoping that he draws from Thomas. Welcome to the Not Fat Rolling Club? No, I'm still at 58%, Gracie. Yep, I'm still fat rolling.
What do you need? Could be a blacksmith, then show me your steel. If not, then head straight for the door.
Upgrade equipment. Halberd. He draws from Thomas. Great. Okay. So let's reset the halberd. I need more hardstone. Do you sell hardstone? No. But the guy upstairs does.
All done.
Let's pop upstairs, grab some more hardstone. Time for fire. Yup.
Oh, hello.
Hardstone shard. We'll get 6. And round we go.
If it be a blacksmith.
I need 1 more hardstone shard.
All done. Oh, hell.
We'll get a couple more just to be safe. We'll get 10. So we can upgrade, like, the crossbow and stuff as well. But I want to get my halberd as good as we can get it first. Because I am enjoying the halberd, and it's the only polearm we've got so far. I wonder if it'll have a visual effect. I doubt it, but we'll see.
What be your need? If it be a plan.
Here we go. Dragon halberd. Oh, it requires 3? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Does the guy upstairs sell Dragonstone shards? Probably not, but let's go see. I went too high, didn't I? Yup. We'll take it around the horn. It's fine. Need to go smack some lizards then? Oh, do the lizards drop them? Good to know. This is probably where we need to be next anyway. I do want to spend some souls first, though. But let's go see if this bro sells them. Ooh. No. Okay. No, he does not. Buy some grass from him, though. Okay. Let's head back to base and use the remainder of these souls to level up. And see if we can get this weight down. Delta says it was the fire lizards that dropped them, was it not? I don't know. I thought we got them near the fire lizards, but I could be wrong about that.
Thou seekest, then touch the soul of
Okay.
the mind, key to life's ether. Soul
This is
of the
item
lost,
burden.
withdrawn from its
Is this
vessel.
also... No. Okay, so
Let
stamina
sin
and
be
endurance is for
granted, so
equip
the
burden.
world might be mended.
Okay.
So the world might be mended.
Sorry, what are you looking for? Dragonstone shards. We need one more to put fire on our halberd. There's 50. Three levels out of that, not bad.
Art thou, may thy strength
55%, so that gave us 3%. So it's about 1% every level, basically. Okay. Not fantastic, but not the worst thing ever. So we need to find an archdemon. I wonder if the level is the tier, right? Oh, it's the boy. Hang on. Hey, dude.
Before the Blight, Boletaria was a grand kingdom. The king, his knights, and his subjects were modest and plain, but also steadfast and compassionate. I have spent much time in my studies in the cultured countries of the south, yet no country holds my heart as does Boletaria. But look at what has become of us now. I refuse to believe that this is what Father wished for our great land. Here in Boletaria, we speak of the legend of the two swords and the solitary hero. The two swords are Demonbrand and Soulbrand. One sword banishes that which befouls man, and the other banishes man himself. The solitary hero is old King Doran. King Doran is the Everlasting One, founder of Boletaria and protector of the two swords. Of course, only according to legend. But in the dark state of our land, sometimes legends are all we have. King Alant led Boletaria with a round table of the bravest knights. The noble twin Fangs Valifax and Bior. Alfred, the Tower Knight, Metas, the Penetrator, and the brave tribesman Longbow Ulan and his fearsome legions. But today, Boletaria is an abysmal mess. Valifax was lost, and Bior slipped through the fissure, never to be heard from again. All the rest, along with Boletaria, are either devoured by the fog or fallen afoul of the demons. The Boletarian knights are no longer. But perhaps our age will see the rise of new heroes, such as yourself.
We defeated one of those guys, the Tower Knight.
But perhaps our age will...
Okay. As I was musing, I wonder if, because this is parallel to that one, they're equivalent in power, and this one is that one. We know that one and that one are a different tier from each other, from our own estimations. So this one is harder than this one. And I know for a fact this one is very difficult. And then I wonder if this one is on par with this one. I'm tempted to for science it. Birchmeal says, aside from the merchant, it looks like Stonefang is where you get the Darkenstone shards. Which merchant? What merchant, Birchmeal? The other thing that's, like, itching at me is we could go back to Stonefang and try to get a Dragonstone shard and then upgrade our halberd. It's a devil we know versus a devil we don't situation, right? He's also in Stonefang too. Okay. I'm gonna try something. We're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna see how hard these enemies are in comparison to the Wall of Boletaria. And we'll go from there. Right? Or maybe I won't. What in the... Oh. Found it. Gamzella says, doesn't that phrase usually imply that the devil you know is infinitely better than the devil you don't? Yes, that was the point that I was making. I'm wondering if struggling through the Stonefang mine will be easier than where we are right now. And I'm just going to check. Oh, no, he's... I think this is where we need to be. Okay. Hello? My halberd is not as strong now. Yes. Oh, crap. Okay. Ah. I think this is where we need to be. These enemies are dying at about the rate that I feel like they should with our power level. Hello? Hi. Need some poison resist. This place looks nasty. Yeah, we have, Thomas is holding a ring for us. If I start to have a lot of trouble, I'll go back and get it. I was thinking about that too, Delta. Okay, climb down. This is too far down. Ow! Rude. This is further down than that item that I saw, which means we're gonna have to drop to get it. Watch it be dung. Or refuse, or whatever it's called in this game. Watch it be something completely not worth it. You a dude? Nope. Morning Star. Not for our build, but solid weapon. Okay. And this is below the ladder? Yes. Okay, continuing on. This place reminds me of... Is it called the Pit of Hollows in Dark Souls 2, chat? The wooden structure that's fragile and full of bullshit. Oh god! You died. I will say this, though. The halberd seems like a good choice for this area. The gutter, maybe? Blight Town vibes, I can see it. What happens if we go this way? Deal with the mans. Cool. Cool. Go. Okay. This looks like the precursor of White Town? Yeah, I can see it. Fuck off. I'm glad I bought the grass that I did. Because we're still kind of face tank build. For now, at least. Damn, dude! Damn, dude! Yeah, face plant build if you miss a step. You're right, Birchmillan. This area is rough. Hello, friend. You're not coming forward, which leads me to believe this is a trap. Well, I have a thing for you, friend. Yeet. Come here. The hell? Somebody's channeling their inner Smeagol in here. No. There's a guy behind me. There's two guys behind me. Lovely. Got him. I will say, much more vibrant soul collection animation in this game than some of the other ones. The Souls games and Bloodborne especially, rather subtle with their you've gained a soul. Here you're just glowing bright blue for a few seconds. Hello, friend. Gonna need you to not. Damn it. So, I'm gonna say something out of frustration, but I'm gonna choose my words as carefully as I can so that it's as objective as I can possibly make it, despite. But, for the sake of transparency, I'm getting frustrated, so that's gonna color my opinion. I don't like gotchas. If you're gonna beat me, fine. Fair enough. I'm not great at video games anyway. But I don't like a situation that kills you in a game like this because you don't know it's there. What I mean by that is, if there is a trap or a puzzle or an enemy that will most likely get you, and the way to avoid it is prior knowledge of the game and the area and the hazard, I don't like that. And I feel like this area has some gotchas in it. And I don't like that. And I would even go so far as to say, that last death that I had, I feel like it was a gotcha. And I don't like it. Come down from there, nerd. Yes, Vader. I slowly climbed down a ladder with enemies swinging at you. The gotcha is there wasn't another way down, and they just camped the ladder. I don't know how to do a drop attack. I've tried several times in other areas. I don't know if there even is one. There wasn't another way down, and yeah, the enemies ran up to the ladder and were swinging while I was climbing down. I didn't have a way around it. I'm not convinced there is a way around it. If there is, fair dues. But I do feel like that was kind of shitty. Go back up, let them come to you. Can they climb ladders? Because, I mean, absolutely fair enough, if that's on me. I will always resend a criticism if it just turns out to be pilot error. Always. Man, I can't even see him without the target. I heard him, but, like, I cannot see him. Okay. So, let's do our diligence, right? Is there something we can do for those chumps below the ladder? It does not appear that they can climb up. This looks fragile. Which will probably break if I walk under it. Can you drop a tank to fall damage? I can, but I'll just get womboed, I think. Let's see if this breaks if we walk on it. No. Okay, that's something. There's one man's. So somebody climbed up. Let's watch this guy. Or maybe he was hanging off the side? Maybe? I'm not sure. There's a lot of dudes there, though. Because using a firebomb works as Winter Viking. Possibly. I think we have one. I might have stored it, though, like a dingus. Yeah, I stored it. Damn it. But we could try the knives. Yeah, it looks like a firebomb would be quite effective here if we had it. This would be a moot point if I knew how to drop attack. But I don't. Let's try this. Shite! Still alive. Still alive. Not dead, by the way. Cool. Drop attacks aren't a thing in the remake. Okay. Well, yep, Birchmiller got it right. I lived, bitch. Alright. Cool. Boss fight. Cool. Noble's Lotus. Great. Are you alive? No. Feel like down is a good thing to do. Feel like down leads to lack of falling. Hello? Cool. Unknown hero soul. Great. Lead them away, then drop down. Yep, that's what it looks like. So, yeah, fair enough. That was on me. Don't want to get caught on a bridge. Feel like that's a bad plan. What in the fuck are these? Ah! That's awful. They're like leeches. That is actually awful. Hit it. Thank you. Now, I'm assuming I'm not poisoned forever, right? Like, eventually this debuff will wear off? Because I don't have any lotuses on me, unfortunately. At least I don't think I do. I have... Oh, I do! Counteracts poison. Perfect. There we go. So I need to put those on my bar. I thought I had the bleeding ones. All the better. Okay. So poison is bad poi. There's a way down over here. What's over this way? A man. Hello, a man. Bye now. Okay. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, Saint's outfit. Oh god! I'm gonna take a look at the Saint's outfit real quick. Less armor, but substantially less weight. I don't know if that's worth it, though. Because we are face tanking. I need something with comparable armor. If I'm gonna switch. Hello?
You there. Won't you please buy something? My poor child is hungry.
Sure. Okay, so grass, black pine resin, chest random weapon, strong flames, mace, war pick, halberd, talisman, rotten arrow. Rotten arrow might be useful against the wyvern. Mail stuff. 13 physical. Chainmail. Can't afford it, but that's comparable to what we're using. If you plan to get poisoned, she's got some Noble's Lotus. I saw that too. Chain gloves, hard leather set, or hard leather boots, I say. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, grass jelly, which is useful. I'm gonna grab some more of these.
You don't deserve to die, so let me give you some advice. This place buzzes with pests fattened on a diet of souls. You could do worse than keep some lotuses for protection. The price of survival can never be too high, can it? How many years has it been since that witch Astraea came to this valley with that squid-headed knight? Those
There's a
ridiculous white
mind
robes
flayer?
of hers. I swear I caught her glaring at my son in disgust. Yes, it's true. She's as nasty as they come. And she's a demon to boot. Not that it surprises me. You could do worse than keep the price of survival. Finished already? My little one is a growing boy. Please be generous.
You have a baby with you? Something about this lady makes me suspicious. Don't know why. Do I have to drop? Ah! That is just... Oh, plagued. That's awful. Get off me! What is plagued? Is that like virulent poison? Or am I just boned? Because in Dark Souls, corrupted is just a kill. You just die. And if that's what this is, I'm not going to waste the healing items. I didn't realize there was a walkway there, so they came up and popped me before I was ready. Whoa. Very, very dangerous form of poison. Does it go away on its own eventually? The lady had anti-plague lotus too, did she? Let's see.
Please buy more.
So she does, but I don't have enough souls.
Curses, that witch sent you to torment me.
Alright. We'll just have to tough it out, I guess. Rapidly depletes HP, making it virtually impossible to survive without some sort of means of curing it, or a large supply of powerful healing items or miracles. It also weakens the effects of healing items and slows stamina generation. Great! That's super. Whoa, Biggin. Okay. Biggin does not care about my ish. At all. The more I think about it, the more I want to go to Stonefang. Not that I don't think we can do this area. I do, but I definitely want my poison ring, and I definitely want a stronger weapon. We're going to risk Stonefang. I did solve my plague problem. That's true, Birchmela. I'm going to check something real quick. Raises item capacity. So it raises this, not equip. So we can actually swap this out. Thomas? Bro?
Thou seek, then touch the demon.
No.
I am here for thee.
Hello again. I'm
There we
keeping
go.
a close watch on your belongings.
I'm going to store that away. And I want my cling ring for now.
You have a heart of gold.
We're going to take this to Stonefang. We can kill some fire lizards. We could try to kill the spider balls. Honestly, having a flaming halberd probably isn't great for the spider balls anyway. I'm not sure what the trick is to it. But one thing at a time. These guys get one shot with a backstab now, which is great. So yeah, these guys are definitely an order of magnitude harder than the other guys, but the arena is easier. Come on down, friend. We want to go this way, because this way leads to the spider. And that's the only way forward right now, is the damn spider. I feel like the spider is like the Tower Knight, in that there's a trick to it, and I don't know what it is. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Jerk. I don't know if we're ready for the spider yet, but I don't know what else to do. Being honest. Scheisse. Like, aside from the Monopoly Man, this run is not terrible. So a couple attempts at the spider is probably not the worst thing in the world. I feel like there's a trick to it, though. I really do. I really feel like there's a trick to it, and I don't know what the trick is. Like, I get it. It wants you to, like, run in and get close so you don't get fireballed to shit, but I feel like it's a dodgeballs. I wonder if... What would I have to do to get my weight down? If I remove this... Oh, that's all I have to do. Okay. That's better than nothing. I mean, we can try it. Just run it down. Ouch! Or not. Come on now. Ugh. Okay. I can't roll while I'm webbed up. Can I block? I can block. That staggers me, but not as bad. Okay. I can get close to it. Ow. No. That looks awful. It is awful. Great. Die. All right. 100 XP, price slaughtered. I used all my healing items, but I'll take it. Face tank build comes through again. Apparently, face tank build is decent for this. I'm gonna put my helmet back on. Like, face tank build is not the correct way to play this game, but we've beaten 3 bosses with it, and we're working our way to not be a face tank, so I'll take it. Oh, let me get the soul. Pure Spider Stone and Hard Demon Soul. What does the Hard Demon Soul give us, chat? Oh, look at the health on this guy. Hello, friend. Ooh, these guys hit way harder than the bros in the first area. Oh dear. And me without healing. I might have to go back. Upgrade a short bow or get the fire spray or the ignite spell. Cool. Thank you, Birchmela. I'm gonna go back. Upgrade a short bow. What do you mean upgrade a short bow? I don't understand what that means. The hard demon soul can be used to ascend a short bow to +7 into the lava bow at Blacksmith Head. Ah! That's what that means. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather have the souls right now.
Thou see, then touch the deep soul of the moon,
Okay.
key to life's ether.
Do.
Soul
3 more
of the
points.
lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted,
Which gives
so
me
the world
1,500
might
left
be
over.
mended.
Thank you.
Art thou finished? May thy strength.
52%. Okay. Almost there, chat. Just a little more. Completely out of healing items. Let's go see the bro. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let's go see the bro, the boy. And that's Smithing Grounds. Buy a bunch of grass from him and hope for the best. I'm tempted to go back to Boletaria and farm some more too, if I'm being honest. Cause that was rough.
Oh, hell.
Cool. Honestly, yeah. Do you guys mind, since we only have about a half hour left in the stream anyway, if I go do some farming? I don't think we can progress in our current state. I really don't. Go ham? Cool. Thank you, chat. Now's a great time to talk about what we've discovered so far and where we want this, you know, where we want this build to go, the things that we've seen. We know that the Tower Knight is one of the, like, heroes of Boletaria, according to our bro, our noble bro. Osteron, or something like that. Come on, give me some grass. We could also try the red-eyed dude while we're here. Pine resin. Nice. Pine resin is still useful. Here's an interesting question for you, chat, because I don't know the answer. If you enchant a weapon with fire, and then you use pine resin on it, does that provide any benefit? Like, are the resins additive or divisional? Rude. He shot me in the face, he did. Jerk. Get out of here. Boom, baby. That vicious backstab, though. Love it. No. More grass? Great. Goodbye, friends. Frag out! More grass. Good. Frag out! Jerk. I deserve that. Deserve that too. Do. Nope. 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 Take that grass, though. Delta says, yo, dog, I heard you like to burn things, so I put fire on your fire so you can burn things while you burn things. I mean, I'd be down for it. How's things? We are 3 bosses down now, chat, I think. We killed the giant fuck-off spider. I face-tanked it, and I used up all of my healing items. So now I need to do some more farming. And I'm kind of tempted to try this guy. But I also feel like that's a terrible plan. I am jealous of your lunch, Tracecare. Yeah, 2 bosses today, 3 total. Delta's got it right. This feels secret-y, but it's not. Okay. Delta says, do it, Kit. Do what, friend? Fight the red-eyed guy? I don't know. He one-shot me last time. I don't know, Delta. I mean, we can try it, I guess. Not like we have a lot of souls to lose. But then again, I'm not a ghost. I'm full form, so if I die, I'm gonna darken this zone again. And I'm not sure I want to do that. Easy solution, just don't die. Yeah, well, about that. I don't think I can face tank this, bro. Delta says it doesn't hurt to try. It very much does, friend. Because of the world tendency shenanigans. Actually, we're gonna do it. Let's do it with this. Alright. Magic Halberd. Let's see how this works. Oh, jeez. Nope. Oh. No, I will not be able to fight that guy until I don't fat roll anymore. That's just going to be a hard stop on that guy until I'm able to dodge roll. And the shadow grows ever larger. That whole world tendency mechanic is going to stress me out. I can already tell. I can already tell the world tendency is going to be a source of anxiety. And not in a good way. Oh, shit! That was clean. I'm gonna let y'all pretend that I did that on purpose. Yeah, quick step into a backstab. That was super advanced plays there. And with a fat roll build, too. Like, wow. Blood goes everywhere. That was clean. Welcome in, Andar Gold. Yes, indeed. The strategy was clean, but the battle was gory. Yup. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're just farming towards the end of the stream here. I'm out of healing items, or I was. So we're doing some farming to get those back before we press on to the next area. But good to see you. Welcome on in. The aftermath was anything but clean. Yeah, you're right. Oh, come on, really? No, you. Nightfall the Kitsune, welcome into you as well, friendo. How are you, Nightfall? How you doing today? I am still going strong with new friendos. Yes, indeed. We were able to keep many of the raiders' attention from this morning, and I'm very, very grateful to Ghost and to their community for it, for making today particularly useful. Ow. As I run right into a crossbow bolt, like a dingus. Hope your day at work wasn't too bad, Nightfall. Okay, can I get those, what, 800 souls before, unless I aggro this guy? I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, he coming. I'm out. Nope, 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 nope. Mm-mm. Oh, Lord, he coming. You stay in your little thingus, dude. Oh, fuck, he's still coming? Oh, crap. Okay. He's still coming. I was hoping I could range him out. Nope. Holy crap, this dude doesn't leash. Okay. This is the problem! Oh, you rude. You basket of rude. Oh, well, I died in a better spot that time so I can get my stuff back. 20. Ugh. We're not here for souls. We're here to farm anyway, so it's fine. That's a reference that might surprisingly be lost on some people, Birchmila, so I'm not going to read it off. Nightfall says, I know I'm coming in late, but I think I'd like to do something special for our new friendos. Oh? Well, thank you for the thought, Nightfall. I'm curious what you have in mind. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nightfall the Kitsune, fanning the flames of fandom, bringing in 5 new friendos to our community. Let's see who we have. Pinkdam, Shaylin Z, Specs Avatar, Shino Sakura, pardon me, and Ebe0001. I've got your invitations right here. Welcome to the masquerade, where the party never stops, and you'll always find good friends beneath overflowing goblets. Thank you, Nightfall, for your continued support. Offering up... How many subs have you offered to this channel now, Nightfall? Offering up 39 subs to this channel. And thank you to our new friends, Pinkdem with 2 months, Shaylin Z with 1 month, Specs Avatar with 1 month, Shino Sakura with 28 months, and Eve with 1 month. It's support like that that allows me to do this every day for you guys. Cheers, friends. Thank you much. Also, that means that Shino Sakura is lurking. And while I do endeavor not to call out lurkers, because I know some people just like to lurk and they don't necessarily want to chat, that's fine. It has been a long time since we've seen Shinu on this channel. And I definitely want to take a moment and say, hey, friendo, welcome back. Hope things are going well for you. And it's good to see you. That goes for all of you, but especially Shinu, because it's been a bit. I'm not going to try that red eye bro for a while. At least until we don't fat roll anymore. Shinu is good people. Nightfall says, I hate that I wasn't here all day to help out with the crowd. We've had phenomenal effort by the team of keepers today, Nightfall, so don't even think twice about it, friend. I called for help because we got that big raid during the musical intro, and the keepers have been out in force, keeping people chatting, making folks feel welcome, doing everything I need them to do with gusto. I have no complaints about the keeper performance today whatsoever. Grass? Grass. Good. Come on, nerd. Do it. You won't. There we go. Pop. Take the firebomb. Take the other firebomb. Nice. Fuck you. This guy out of here. I'm not going back over there. I'm just killing these chumps for their grass that they drop. There we go. He blocked it, the bastard. There we go. Crescent Moon Grass times 3. Absolutely worth coming over here. Okay, let's keep right on moving. Clear this area out, get as much grass as we can. Then head back to the mines. Though we'll probably head back to the mines tomorrow, because it is getting close to that time. But I hope you guys are having fun. I'm certainly having fun with this game. Nightfall says, you know what? Fuck it. Oh dear. That's almost never a good thing to hear. What's up, friend? Holy shit! Nightfall the Kitsune giving 5 more gifts to this channel, fanning the flames of fandom ever higher. Alien, RJ, Menudo SDE, Loud Atlas, and Onyx Star Eye. I've got your invitations right here. Someone in the court has their eye on you. I've got your invitations right here. Your table is waiting, my friends. Welcome to and back to the Masquerade, where the party never stops and you'll always find good friends beneath overflowing goblets. Thank you, Nightfall, for your continued support, offering up 44 gifted subs to this channel. And thank you to all of those new folks for your first month subscription. It's support like that that allows me to do this every day for you guys. Cheers to you. Triska says, Nightfall thinks they can catch up to me. You are comfortably the Lord of the Court, Trayscare. The closest person to you is Star, and they're about 60 below you, so you good. That being said, Winter Viking has been giving you a run for it recently.
So kind of you to
Blessed
join
Raven
me.
with a host as well. Welcome in, Blessed Raven. Also, that is a record number of subs on the channel. Thank you for it, guys. Thank you, Nightfall especially. Support has been real today. Blessed Raven says, salutations for a while, about to head into work. No worries, friendo. We're not going to be too much longer in Demon Souls today. Anyway, I've got to wrap up relatively soon, get some food in my system, and get ready for Crown of Fangs tonight. Crisco says, Winter's also in here while I'm working dealing with my issue. Yeah, no, absolutely. But Winter is up to, like, 84 gifted subs or something like that. Like, it's a lot. Nightfall says, I feel like I cast my net too small with that sub bomb. Well, I appreciate it all the same. Blessed Raven. It seems someone on the court has their eye on you. I've got your invitation right here. Your table is waiting, my friend. Welcome back to the Masquerade, where the party never stops. And you'll always find good friends beneath overflowing goblets. Thank you, Tracecare, for your continued support, offering up 168 gifted subs to this channel. And thank you, Blessed Raven, for your subscription, reveling with us for 21 months. It's support like that that allows me to do this every day for you guys. Cheers. Say It in Blue says, finally back, just got my new phone set up. Nice! By the way, if anybody wants to get more out of this stream, !social will give you access to our YouTube archive, so you can catch up with any story and playthrough that you may have missed a part of, as well as my Twitter account, which will let you know when I'm going live or if we're hosting someone, and the Discord, which is the best way to keep up with the community if you're of a mind to do so. We'd absolutely love it if any and all of our new friends would join us on the Discord. There is a lot there. I believe you're looking for round Nightfall, but that is a round for the house. That's 5 XP to everybody in chat, 1 Nightfall, followed by a potion of XP, which is gonna double any XP payouts for the next 5 minutes. So get your gambles in now, guys. It is time for it. That being said, I do still have the sound clips disabled. I'm gonna be hopefully working on those this week. I meant to do it last night, and it slipped my mind because a lot's been going on. Holy shit. Tracecare, fanning the flames of fandom, offering up 2 gifted subs to this channel. Tap Dancing Ninja, love the name, and Cyanic Knight. I've got your invitations right here. It seems someone on the court has their eye on you. I've got... Welcome to the Masquerade, where the party never stops, and you'll always find good friends beneath overflowing goblets. Thank you, Tracecare, for your continued support, offering up 170 gifted subs to this channel. And thank you to our 2 new friendos reveling with us for their first month each. It's support like that that allows me to do this every day for you guys. Cheers. Cheers, 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 and more cheers. So I'm going to do something for science. I know I was warned against this by a friendo, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to see if I can't do some damage here. His head is bobbing and weaving, though. Oh, shit. Let's try, punk. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay. If I could figure out how to aim down sights with this... It said there was a way to do it, but I can't... I haven't figured out how to do it. I've hit every button that I can think of. If I could ADS this guy, I would just chip him down to nothing, but... We'll have to wait on that. Get my halberd back out. Are you pop-shotting a dragon? No, I'm pop-shotting a wyvern. Nightfall says, should I get taco stuff or chicken? Chicken tacos, obviously. Bitch! Asshole parried me. Say It in Blue says, I should buy some marshmallows next time I go to the grocery store. I mean, if you want to, friend. More power to you. Kriska says, tacos with fried chicken bits? That sounds good. Nightfall says there's a KFC Taco Bell right around the corner from me. Chicken quesadilla. Yeah! Do it, friend! Food is the best thing. And if you agree, we have some merchandise available. By the way, speaking of which, since we're redoing our emotes to my regulars in the Masquerade, since we are redoing our emotes, that means that the current We Grump Because We Care t-shirt and hoodie, and the current Food is the Best Thing t-shirt and a hoodie are going to be going out of circulation soon. So if you want to get a collector's item, or you otherwise just prefer the red, the orange Foxo over the white Foxo, grab those before they're gone, because they will be gone once the merch has been updated. The reason that I ran back is because I thought I heard the dragon. But apparently I didn't. No, fuck you. You bitch. Nightfall and Birch Mila win in that venture. Nightfall winning big in that venture on top of everything. Damn, dude. You guys are getting your bets back because of that potion. Well done. You played the odds and it worked out. Good show. Hello? Oi! Get out of here. These guys are jerks. Blizzard Raven says, so my Midas is being clingy today. That is one of Blizzard Raven's cats. If I understand it. Dong. Love the sound of metal on metal when you hit the shield on the phalanxes. Nothing out here except an item that we already got. Whoop. Almost fell off the stairs. That would have been problematic. There we go. Pop off. Still got 25 heals, which is a damn sight better than it was before, which was 0. Rude. I think I might make this tower run standard. And just, like, every time, like, every day when we need to, like, do a warm-up and whatever, I might run this tower and get some more healing items. I think that's a pretty good idea. But for now, it is very much that time again. So, hi. If you're new around here, I'd like to take your attention for just a moment, if I may. I am the Shop-Eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us today. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so. Now, unfortunately, my health does tend to get in the way randomly, but I do try to stream as often as I can. And we're rolling with advantage in 2021 and beyond, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. Tuesday night, it is my distinct pleasure to bring you Decisive Action Crown of Fangs, our weekly D&D 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation module playthrough with my own spin on things. Now, if you're just joining us for the first time, allow me to say that we're something like 30 episodes into Crown of Fangs at this point. We would absolutely love it if you would join us, especially if you're not sure if you like tabletop role-playing games. But if you want to catch up on the story so far, you can find it all in our YouTube archive under the !social command. For now, I need to get out of here, but when I do, I'll be hosting someone. It's someone who I like, someone who I hope that you all will like, and can spread some of the love that was felt here today over on their channel. And check back here, because I'm always hosting someone, and you might find your new favorite streamer that way. Which reminds me, we need to go on a bit of a raid. We need to spread some of the love that we felt that was given to us today to somebody else. If you don't know how it works, a raid is basically a surprise party where we head over to somebody else's stream, let them know they're doing a good job, and we want to see more of what they have to offer. All you have to do is hang out and chat when I close things up here, and you'll automatically be pulled over to our raid targets channel. When that happens, slip in quiet as you please and take a look and see what they're about. Take a look at their chat, the game they're playing, the streamer themselves, their general vibe, see if you like it. I will appear with all the flash and dazzle that you've come to expect from the Masked Bard, and I will let the streamer know that I brought some friends. When that happens, come out of the shadows with your raid call ready. Let them know you came along with me, give them a follow if you like what they're about, drop them some love if you're able to do it, and then hang out. As I said, I might bring you to your new favorite streamer. For now, though, as always, I need to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for more Demon Souls tomorrow, or later tonight for Crown of Fangs, and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.